या कार्यक्रमाचे प्रमुख पाहुणे देशाचे गृहमंत्री सन्माननीय अमित शहाजी, महाराष्ट्र राज्याचे मुख्यमंत्री श्री देवेंद्र फडणवीसजी, सन्माननीय उपमुख्यमंत्री श्री एकनाथ शिंदे साहेब, सन्माननीय उपमुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती सुनेत्राताई पवार, केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री मुरली मोहोळ, तंत्रशिक्षण मंत्री चंद्रकांत दादा पाटील, उद्योग मंत्री सन्माननीय उदय सावंतजी, भारतीय जनता पक्षाचे प्रदेशाध्यक्ष रवींद्र चव्हाणजी, माधुरीताई मिसाळ, टिळक स्मारक ट्रस्टचे विश्वस्त डॉक्टर प्रणिती टिळक, डॉक्टर गीताली टिळक, अनेक उद्योजक, प्रमुख व्यक्ती, संस्थापक समोर बसलेले आहेत. यादी खूप मोठी आहे म्हणून मी सगळ्यांची नावं घेत नाही, कृपया माफ करा. प्रिंट आणि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडियाचे सर्व सदस्य, टिळक महाराष्ट्र विद्यापीठ, केसरी मराठा संस्था आणि टिळक स्वराज संघाचे सर्व सहकारी आणि हजारोच्या संख्येने उपस्थित इथे असलेले बंधू आणि भगिनी, 1983 साली या पुरस्काराला कैलासवासी जयंतराव टिळकांनी सुरुवात केली आणि ज्या ज्या व्यक्तींचा भारताच्या जडणघडणीत हातभार राहिला आणि ज्यांनी फक्त राज्यातच नाही पण जागतिक पातळीवर नावलौकिकी मिळवली, अशा व्यक्तींचा सन्मान दरवर्षी 1 ऑगस्टला लोकमान्य टिळकांच्या नावाने राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार देऊन आपण इकडे करत असतो. विविध क्षेत्रातल्या लोकांचा सन्मान आपण या ठिकाणी आजपर्यंत केला. मग ते उद्योग क्षेत्रात काम करणारे असतील, राजकीय क्षेत्रात काम करणारे असतील, अर्थतज्ञ असतील, शास्त्रज्ञ असतील, सामाजिक क्षेत्रात काम करणारे असतील किंवा रेव्होल्युशनरीज असतील. पण यंदाच्या वर्षी मात्र या पुरस्काराला एक वेगळं महत्त्व आहे. भारताला एक प्रगतिशील राष्ट्र बनवण्याकरता ज्यांचा सहभाग राहिला अशा लोकांचा सन्मान आपण दरवर्षी इथे केला. पण एकीकडे ही प्रगती होत असताना त्यात कुठे खंड पडू नये म्हणून जे व्यक्तिमत्व काम करत राहिलं, ज्यांचं कधी नाव वर्तमानपत्रात येत नाही, ज्यांना कुठलंही रेकग्नेशन नको असतं, पण तरी देखील आपल्या जीवाची पर्वा न करता भारताला होणाऱ्या आतंकवादी हल्ल्यापासून वाचवण्याचे प्रयत्न जी व्यक्ती करते, अशा व्यक्तीचा सन्मान हा पहिल्यांदाच इकडे होत आहे. श्री अजित कुमार डोवलजी. यंदा एक चांगला योगायोग इथे जुळून आलेला आहे. गेली 12-13 वर्ष फोर्सेस आणि पोलीस दलाच्या माध्यमातून आपल्याला सुरक्षित ठेवण्याची जबाबदारी ज्यांनी खांद्यावर उचलली आहे यशस्वीरित्या, ते म्हणजे आपले सन्माननीय गृहमंत्री श्री अमित शहाजी आपल्याला कार्यक्रमाला या प्रमुख पाहुणे म्हणून लाभलेले. हा कार्यक्रम जेव्हा ठरला आणि स्वराज्याच्या लढ्यातले काही रेफरन्सेस जेव्हा मी बघत होतो, तेव्हा लक्षात आलं की गुप्तहेर संघटना म्हणजे इंटेलिजन्स नेटवर्क जे आपण आत्ता म्हणतो, ते खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात त्या काळात कार्यरत होतं. छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांपासून आपल्याला स्वराज्य मिळेस्तोवर या संघटना खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात कार्यरत होत्या आणि या सर्व थोर पुरुषांची निरोप पोचवण्याची स्वतःची माध्यमं होती. एक विचार होता आणि हा विचार पुढे घेऊन जाण्याची जबाबदारी ज्यांनी आपल्या खांद्यावर उचलली होती ते म्हणजे आपले सर्व क्रांतिकारक होते. लोकमान्य टिळकांविषयी सुद्धा जेव्हा काही रेफरन्सेस मी बघितले तेव्हा लक्षात आलं की फक्त भारतातच नाही पण जागतिक पातळीवर त्यांचं या गुप्त संघटनेचं, क्रांतिकारकांचं एक जाळं पसरलेलं होतं. So while referring to the freedom movement led by Lokmanya Tilak, I came across several fascinating facts that are rarely spoken about. I will read out few incidences that I think are most significant to this award ceremony. We all know Lokmanya Tilak as the roaring voice of Kesari and Maratha, who declared Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. But behind the roaring public rallies and the fiery print lay a sophisticated, deeply calculated, and remarkably effective underground network, a covert apparatus of intelligence and revolutionary logistics that operated right under the nose of the British Empire. If we read British intelligence reports from 19th to 20th centuries, it reveals that British service merely did not fear Tilak's words, they feared his clandestine web that was spreading globally, connecting India to Europe, America, and all the way to Japan. Brilliant young minds were groomed and dispatched to fuel the cause. When young revolutionaries like Veer Savarkar and Jadhav needed a passage, it was Tilak's trusted recommendation letters, over 23 of which remain on record, that landed them in London under the wing of Shyamji Krishna Varma. Even while fighting his own legal battle during the famous Chirol case in London, he frequented the Herald office, forging ties with influential British directors and editors, donated £2,000 to the emerging Labour Party, and planted the diplomatic seeds that decades later would force the British to yield India's freedom. Lokmanya Tilak's movement was not just ideological, but it was highly tactical. He went to the extent of setting up an animation factory in Nepal through his trusted aide Khadilkar and tried to procure machine parts from Calcutta's Krupps company. Unfortunately, the 2 years plan was compromised because of the British intelligence. The world got to know about this mission 28 years later, 28 years after the demise of Lokmanya Tilak through one book. Such high-level secrecy was maintained. However, his trusted revolutionaries adapted instantly. Senapati Bapat acquired a Russian bomb manual in Paris, translated it, and Hotilal Verma brought it straight to Lokmanya Tilak, and the copy was later sent to Bengal as well. Hemchandra Das demonstrated its practical use at Chitrashala right after the Surat Congress. His close aides even smuggled diamonds from Germany to fund these covert operations. The bomb made by Sri Govind Bapat was actually hidden for several days in Lokmanya Tilak's house. The widespread of this revolutionary movement compelled the British government to track all his correspondence and channels through which ideas traveled. They also posted intelligence officers at every corner he visited. Once he got so agitated that he even wrote a letter to the British authorities not to waste their time, money and energy behind him. He will write everything in a book and hand it over to them. All possible platforms, right from Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav to Shiva Jayanti celebrations, social gatherings, public speeches and writings in Kesari, were creatively used by him to awaken the spirit of nationalism without directly calling for rebellion. A classic example to which Pune people can connect easily is Rand assassination by Safekar brothers, who took inspiration from Tilak's speeches. British intelligence could never prove Tilak's direct role in this movement. One of the most critical and unspoken platform in the independence struggle was the great Indian circus of Kashipant Chhatre that was turned into a moving sanctuary on Tilak's direct instruction. Even Safekar's brother escaped through this circus. The disguise of traveling circus moving across states, revolutionary couriers, arms, confidential letters and funds were transported across British India without raising suspicion. The circus became the eyes and ears of Tilak. Lokmanya Tilak's freedom movement was not a series of isolated acts of defiance. This was a masterfully orchestrated global revolutionary network run by a mastermind who operated in both the bright light of public leadership and the deep shadows of covert war. Hundreds of unsung revolutionaries, if I have to name a few, Nitisan Dwarkadas, Arvind Ghosh, Ram Prasad Bismil, Shyamji Verma, Senapati Bapat, Kankoje, and many more worked silently for years in this web, risking everything for a single goal of Swaraj. स्वातंत्र्यवीर सावरकरांचं एक महत्त्वाचं वाक्य आहे. ते म्हणले होते, टिळक हे खडगाची मूठ होते आणि आम्ही सर्व क्रांतिकारक त्यांची पाते होतो. So the work that you and your team do is no less than what Krantikaris did during the freedom movement. Risking life on enemy's land to safeguard our nation is one of the biggest contributions that a patriot can do. Nowadays, battles are no longer fought only in the courtrooms or public squares. They are fought in intelligence networks across the hostile borders against invisible enemies and in movements where success is measured not by what nation sees, but by the disasters that never occur. In a simplest way, let me try to put forth the contribution of Sri Ajit Doval. If we imagine of a 2 or a 3-year-old child, he doesn't know what fear is. He is not aware of who is his enemy. He doesn't know what threat is. Even if he is in a drowning ship, he'll sleep peacefully as he is not aware what is coming at him. We all sleep at home peacefully because hundreds of attacks which we are unaware of are stopped by Sri Ajit Doval and his team. Very few individuals have embodied this silent battle more completely than Sri Ajit Doval. A decorated police officer who entered the world of intelligence at a young age has spent decades serving in India in some of the most dangerous theaters imaginable. Whether infiltrating hostile territories, gathering intelligence under deep cover, negotiating during complex hostage situations, or dismantling terrorist networks, his work demanded extraordinary courage, patience, and sacrifice. Shri Doval is the first police officer in India who has received the Kirti Chakra, an award that is exclusively for a military personnel. From his role in intelligence operations in insurgency-affected Mizoram, where his patient engagement contributed significantly in restoring peace, to his efforts in resolving the hijacking crisis of IC-814 as one of the negotiators, from strengthening India's counter-terrorism capabilities to playing a pivotal role in the strategic planning behind the surgical strikes following the Uri attack and the Balakot response after Pulwama, his leadership has consistently reflected one unwavering principle, that India's security is non-negotiable. His contributions have touched almost every major chapter of India's modern security history. Operation Black Thunder, where he infiltrated the Golden Temple disguised as a Pakistani agent, gathering intelligence that led to successful neutralizations of militants, remain one of the finest examples and testament to the intelligence-led counter-terrorism in India's history. Many of his greatest achievements remain classified. That perhaps is the highest compliment that can be paid to an intelligence officer. Behind every operation lies years and months away from family, immense personal risk, and a burden of taking decision, as the cost of failure could be measured in human lives. Lokmanya Tilak fought colonial operations with the power of ideas. Sri Ajit Doval confronted terrorism and threats to national security with intelligence, strategy, and unwavering resolve. There is a lot more to talk, but as we all are keen to listen to insights and experiences of our Honorable Home Minister and Sri Ajit Doval, and so moreover, Pune people thoroughly follow one mindset. If my speech exceeds, they'll clap and make me sit down. So I won't take more time. On behalf of Tilak Smarak Trust, I take immense pride in conferring this year's Lokmanya Tilak National Award on Sri Ajit Doval. एक गोष्ट इथे आवर्जून नमूद करू इच्छितो, कारण जवळजवळ प्रत्येकानेच मला ते विचारलं. धुरंधर निघाल्यानंतर हे काही इन्व्हिटेशन पाठवलेलं नव्हतं. अनेक महिने आधी ते पत्र गेलं होतं. पण हे पण तितकंच खरं आहे की भारताचे आपले खरे धुरंधर आज आपल्यामध्ये इथे व्यासपीठावर उपस्थित आहेत. We would also like to extend our deepest gratitude to Honorable Union Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji for his commitment to strengthening our nation's security. His presence itself is a testament to the significance of this award ceremony. Last year, we came up with a book that speaks about the contributions of all the awardees. It's not just a publication, but it's a symbol of excellence, leadership, and unwavering commitment to the ethos of our nation. Today, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, for penning the foreword to that book. आज सन्माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस साहेब, सन्माननीय उपमुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे साहेब, उपमुख्यमंत्री श्रीमती सुमित्राताई पवार हे या कार्यक्रमाला आले. टिळक स्मारक ट्रस्टच्या वतीने त्यांना धन्यवाद देतो. आम्ही आमचे ऋणी आहोत, आपले ऋणी आहोत. गेल्या वर्षी देखील आपण इकडे आला होतात, तेव्हा अजितदादा हे उपमुख्यमंत्री म्हणून इथे व्यासपीठावर होते आणि त्यांनी पूर्ण सभागृहाला हसवून टाकलं होतं. ते नाहीत याची उणीव निश्चितपणे आपल्याला आज सगळ्यांना इथे जाणवती. तंत्रशिक्षण मंत्री श्री चंद्रकांतदादा पाटील, पुण्याचे खासदार आणि केंद्रीय मंत्री श्री मुरली मोहोळ, श्री उदय सावंतजी, भाजपचे अध्यक्ष श्री चव्हाण साहेब, माधुरीताई मिसाळ हे देखील मान्यवर आज इकडे उपस्थित राहिले. संस्थेच्या वतीने त्यांना देखील धन्यवाद देतो, आभार मानतो. या व्यासपीठावरून मांडला गेलेला विचार हा सगळ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचवण्याकरता प्रिंट आणि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया ही कायमच टिळक स्मारक ट्रस्टला सहकार्य करते. संस्थेच्या वतीने त्यांना धन्यवाद देतो. एवढ्या मोठ्या संख्येने आपल्या सगळ्यांची उपस्थिती ही कायम आम्हाला प्रेरणा देते आणि पुढेही देत राहील, हीच लोकमान्यांच्या चरणी प्रार्थना करतो आणि आदरांजली वाहतो. इथेच थांबतो. धन्यवाद.
एक प्रसंग है, वर्ष 1918 में इंग्लैंड की यात्रा के दौरान